Hey everyone, Jengar here. So today we are taking a look at the F7F-1 Tigercat. We're gonna take a look at this plane in a realistic battle. We're gonna take a look at its strengths and its weaknesses, and we'll see how it performs. I'll see you in the match. Hey guys, so here we are in the match. Now we have been side climbing a little bit. The plane does have a pretty good climb rate, but it still needs side climbing as there is attackers these days that start high, TAS and stuff like that. And some of the BF-109s can get at the same altitude as you in this plane, and you definitely want to start above them. This guy, by the way, best Terminator, he tried to tell me that this plane is a main fighter which you can use to start engagement with, and that's definitely not the case. This plane is a support plane, and I will explain to you why. The armament on the plane is fantastic, by the way, and look at best Terminator there making a support kill. Although he doesn't realize it himself. We are faced with a 190 here coming our way. Let's see if we can get it there. I was still wanting to type something here, but I realized there was a 190 coming my way, so I needed to pay a little bit of attention here. But yeah, so side climbing is important in this plane, as you always want to get the altitude advantage against this plane. This 190 makes a huge mistake here, by the way, by turning right in front of me, as he had the altitude advantage over me. He could have avoided me, get over me, and start turning with me, and I would have been heavily in the disadvantage. Forcing me to dive away, because this plane is huge. It has very big wings. It's a big plane. It's cumbersome. The roll rate isn't good, and the turn time isn't good either. I mean, maneuverability and turn time are good for a heavy fighter, but compared to a single engine fighter, it's not good. It's still average. So the only option you then have is to dive away, which this plane can do very well. It has an excellent top speed in a dive. It's pretty good. The acceleration in a dive is also pretty nice. And even the energy retention is good, but the plane is good as a boom and zoomer. But what it's not good at is to be in the fray. You can't turn with it. It rolls heavily. It takes some time. Bad roll rate. And when it is fast, it also suffers from some control stiffening, so you have to take that into account. You don't want to ditch the plane into the dirt. And here I don't want to overshoot this Focke-Wulf 190. So we are trying to slow the plane down a little bit. It picks up speed like a maniac when you put the nose down. It's a heavy plane. But like I said, if you get this plane low and slow, you are in trouble. I am going pretty fast right now, but there is no other planes left in the match, so I am pretty safe getting it low in this case. But yeah, support plane, because of the maneuverability problems this plane faces against many of the top tier 190s. You're facing Tempest 2s and Tempest 5s on Hokkaido, driven Spitfires. You're facing N1Ks and Ki 84s, and you face jets, of course. You face a lot of jets, and this is actually a plane you need to fly a little bit like jets. You need to keep it fast. You need to make long swooping attacks, and the role that suits it best is boom and zooming / energy fighting, which it can perform very well, but only if it has the altitude advantage on other planes. If you start with planes above you, the only thing you can do is dive away. You cannot really start the engagement with them. Against pretty much every prop plane you face, you will lose a one-on-one engagement in this plane, which is unfortunate. We get 2 kills in this match, with a 4th place. Let's see what kind of rewards that got us. 46,000 Silver Lions and 4,100 research points. as we jump into the second match on Saipan. We've got a few planes on the far right above us, and we have a few of our allied fighters here on the left, which I decide to help out here. Now the Japanese planes are of course very maneuverable, but we're coming from altitude here, so we should have a good opportunity to surprise this guy. The only thing is, if he sees us, he can easily avoid. Still have some R2Y2s in the game here as well. Now the firepower of the plane is nice, like I said. It has fantastic ammo load, 420mm with 800 rounds and 450 cals with 1600 rounds. It's very nice, if you say that. It definitely has finishing power. And this plane is going to duck underneath me, and I'm going too fast. Look, redlining there at 800 kilometers an hour, which is a nice top speed, but it is not unmatched by a lot of planes at this battle rate. So it's nice, but it's not super spectacular either. And it does rip its wings when you pull hard when you're on that top speed. And you make some maneuvers, you are still you're gonna lose your wing, so you gotta be careful. Now we missed the Pika there, just about. We do get a hit in on him as Key 83 approaches, which is also a pretty good heavy fighter. Quite comparable actually to the F7F. He misses his shots though. So in this plane you really need some of your main fighters, single seat fighters or jets, to have a fight with a few of the enemies, and then you come swooping in and start killing the enemy. That's the best way to do it, like we did in the first match. You don't want to be in these engagements as we are slowly engaging ourselves right now, which was not actually a very good idea, but I was already low and slow, and I put this in as an example for you, so you realize that you don't want to be in this situation. As you see, it rolls for a heavy fighter quite nice, but compared to the fighters it faces, it is not good, and it is heavy and cumbersome in these maneuvers on low altitude. We lost our speed. We are not in a good situation here, although we are on the butt of this Pika, and with our firepower he should probably die soon. Yeah, there he goes. But that was a given. But now we have an N1K above us, Key 83 here, and we have another Key 83 on the right side, which I didn't see, and he shoots me down. I almost get the N1K there as well, but oops. He crashed into the enemy. Not, or actually there was an ally, I think. Oh, he's still flying, hopefully. Well, it's uncontrollable there at the end, so he should have paid more attention. So we bite the dust there, unfortunately. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now I've flown this plane quite a bit, I have to say. Let's check out the stats. I flew out 16 matches, 8-1, 50% win rate, 12 deaths, 24 kills, a 2-to-1 kill death ratio, which is alright, especially for a heavy fighter like this. And I can conclude that you die a lot in this plane. And the reason for that is that it is of course a heavy fighter, combined with the fact that you, and I'm not blaming my less than average for myself results with this plane on the plane itself or on American teams, but the point is you don't want to be left as the last guy in this plane. You basically fly this plane quite similar to most of the jets, which is you try to keep it fast. If this plane becomes slow, it loses its only weapon. This plane is great in a dive. It has decent climb rate, but you still have to side climb, because there is quite a few of the single engined fighters who climb better than this plane and end up above you if you go to the middle of the map too quickly. It has great armaments, 420mm, 450 cals with fantastic ammo load, is great. It has good energy retention, and the other side to this plane is it has average turn time, It has average maneuverability, the roll rate isn't good. It has control stiffening at higher speeds, and it overheats a little bit. This plane functions best as a plane that comes from the edges, from the fringes, and you come in and you support planes that are in trouble or are in dogfights. You will shred planes to pieces that way, and you can get good results in this plane. So keep it fast, fly it like a jet, and don't turn. That's the message of this plane. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Hey, so I hope you enjoyed the video, that you learned something there. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video. You know, those likes really make a difference. Do leave me a comment. You know, I always look forward to the comments every day. And if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. I really love to have you aboard, and don't feel shy to leave me some comments. I always try to respond to them. So again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.